What if this year was your year to finally get the health, wealth, and relationships that you actually want and actually make them stick long term into your crazy, chaotic, creative life? There is something seriously wrong to the current approach of setting New Year's resolutions that make them feel daunting, over important, and unachievable. I took 3 things that are helping me achieve my goals and turned it into what I call the triangle method. And the triangle method will help people who are maybe a little emotional, tend to get overwhelmed, or have anxiety about what to do next. And it turns things into simple steps that can easily be implemented. With these 3 qualities, you can make your goals not so daunting, not so unachievable, and finally get what you want this year in 2024. Number 1 is to stick small. Social media influencers and people selling you miracle pills will tell you that now is the time for radical change, but I beg to differ. I think now's the time for the smallest change humanly possible. When I'm changing my habits, it's the tiny behaviors that lead to long-term results, not when I try to radically change everything about my life and optimize it based on what I think I should be doing. Pick the lowest amount of effort you can do to achieve something and then go even lower. If you want to go to the gym 3 times a week, maybe you start out by working out at home for 10 minutes a day, or even just drive to the gym to get yourself in the habit of going there. If you want to start reading this year and you don't read at all right now, start with reading just 1 page a day. Yeah, just 1 singular page. And it might sound ridiculous, but I have found that this actually helps me to build habits and make them a part of my life. It also makes it so much easier for me to convince myself to do something. And the key to this is to make sure that you keep your promises to yourself. When I'm working out on the treadmill, I kind of feel like I betrayed myself. If I told myself that I was only going to go for 15 minutes and then I'm like, but we can push for 30. I got myself on that treadmill knowing that I was just doing 15 minutes. So sometimes you have to stop. Even if you feel a lot of motivation that day, keep it for tomorrow and continue instead of having one really great day and one really bad day. Just stick to your teeny tiny habits. How was that?
That was good.
I'm so glad. The second piece to this triangle is to make it easy. Picture this, it's 7 a.m. and you said that you were going to work every single morning for 1 hour a day, but you don't have a plan, you don't have a designated workspace, and none of your stuff is packed and ready to go. This is going to feel a lot harder to start at 7 in the morning when you really don't want to do something than if everything was easier for you. Set yourself up for success. Plan your outfit for the gym ahead of time. Make things in your home less cluttered so that way it's easier to clean. Something I did to make my bed, which I did not grow up making my bed. It was something I learned in adulthood. I stopped using a top sheet and I only put the pillows on there that were absolutely essential. This streamlined the process and made me realize that it was a lot simpler to make my bed, and now I do it every single morning. The key here is to make it easy for the current version of yourself. I know for a fact that every single night I'm not going to be feeling like cooking for an hour for dinner and making a healthy meal. That's why it's important that I have things prepared ahead of time, that I know which restaurants have healthy meals for me to call and order takeout. It's okay to not be perfect. You have to plan for your current self, not the ideal version who in your mind would be Gordon Ramsaying all of her meals as healthy as humanly possible. It's just not realistic. Make it easy for you right now. Number 3, the final piece of this puzzle is to keep it private. I thought that telling people my goals and my aspirations would keep me accountable for them, and they kind of did, but not in a way that I expected. Not everyone needs to know our business, and it also can sometimes be bad to tell people for 2 reasons. Number 1, people will influence you and also discourage you sometimes for things they don't understand.
Not everyone asked for your opinion, Brenda.
But Brenda will inevitably tell you that the way you're doing your diet is wrong because her son did keto and that's the best one for you and you absolutely have to do it that way. Blah, 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 blah. People will discourage you also if they just do not understand your goals. Some people are not where you are. They don't get it. They're never going to get it. If someone is more traditional, they're going to see a goal such as trying to resell things on eBay to pay off your student loans as unrealistic, as a dream goal, as something that is just not achievable. So unless that person has actual experience and valuable information that will help you, it's almost better to just keep it private and keep it to yourself. The second reason why telling people might not be a good idea this year is because it puts unnecessary pressure on you in a very negative way. The human brain does not like pressure, especially because we all are terrified of failure most of the time. When you tell other people, you feel like they're going to judge you if you fail at this goal, which makes it seem even more daunting and unachievable than it did before. When you tell other people, you feel accountable, but not necessarily in a good way. Now that Brenda knows that you're trying to lose weight, if you hit a bump in the road and don't end up actually losing weight for a while, you're gonna feel like Brenda is judging you. And maybe she is. And you'll also feel failure even more because other people knew about it. I tend to sabotage and procrastinate doing my goals at all when other people know about them. And that's because I would rather not do the thing than face the failure that might come with other people knowing that I did not achieve this thing. And if you have ever felt that way, like you are sabotaging your goals because the pressure is too high, leave a comment down below so we can all support each other. I feel like it's something that's not talked about enough. I don't want to look a fool, so I'm not even going to try. But the key is that the only person who can judge me is me, if I'm the only person who knows about my goals, and that makes me feel a lot freer to just start on them because I'm not going to be perfect and I am going to mess up. I don't want you to stop by February, and I hope that this triangle method will help you to actually make tiny sustainable change that will actually change your life in 2024 forever. If you're looking for more habit tips, check out this video right here. Happy New Year!